So we have added this permissions and role to that user. Now we will see if that particular user, what are the business he logged in. So that business has that particular plan, means that particular plan subscription where that permission is allowed or not. So it's complicated, but it's very easy. So basically, if suppose particular user has that particular business, for example, for here we have this particular business, this ADSD and all these things, well, whatever the testing we have. So this particular business has plan ID 2. So the plan they have subscribed is this second plan. I think pro plan is there. So I will just show. So they have selected this pro plan. So this pro plan, whatever the permission this pro plan will have, that permission will only be accessible for that particular user. So we'll have to add that in plan permissions. So permission plan is here. So in permission plan there is no permission added, so we'll add for the same thing. So what we have done for role, so we'll do same thing for this one. So we'll go to user. Okay, then we have these permissions, so we'll also check. So user has that particular businesses. So for now we'll do here, rather than here we are getting user there. Okay, so where we are checking, so I will go to app service provider here. So I will just try this dollar user, then businesses. Okay, I'll just try to see this one. So how it is. So we have this business user and businesses and all these things relation. Okay, so I will just get that particular businesses, and then in particular business we will select the first business. Okay, so I think if we do first business, then so 0, so this first business is there. So if I see attributes, so for now I'm doing this first business, so we'll change it later to some session ID or something. So what are the business he selected, that business will come. Okay, so then for this business we'll have to select this particular plan. So what plan they have subscribed. So for business we have plan. Okay, function plan, then basically return dollar this, then belongs to, and basically it will be the plan. Okay, so single plan will come. So for plan we have permissions, we will have that businesses. So I will just shake this thing if this plan is coming or not. So let's see, refresh. So plan is coming. So for pro plan we have that plan. So now we'll get the plan permissions. So we'll do same thing what we have done here. So I will just copy these things. Okay, so business, then plan will have multiple permissions. Okay, then basically flatten, perk, unique and all these things. So I will just remove this. We'll see if means there is no plan. So right now flatten is not working. So I will go to plan. Here also we have made the same mistake, permissions. So that's why that error was there. So I will just refresh this. So there is no items. So now that flatten all these things will work. Okay, refresh. Okay, so nothing is there. Okay, so I will use these things. If this contains dollar permission, Then basically we'll go here and we'll check this thing, or else we'll do return false. So now I will go to the dashboard, I will refresh this one, so there is nothing. So I will add this permission into this particular, so I will add this permission into this plan. So we have this pro plan 2 and permission basically 1 2 3. So 3 to 4 is given in that particular role, so role also should match. So permission plan, I will go plan ID 2 permission 1, so still it will not work, so that will not work. And then 2 and then 2, so basically 2 is common by role permission and then plan permission, so 2 should come. So I will just refresh this one, so test 2 is working. So similarly I will add one more, 2 and 4. Okay, so by role, in role basically we have 3 permission, 2 3 4, but in plan we have only 2 permission, 2 4, so only 2 4 will come. So this is how it's working. So basically using the single function at the rate can, we can check these things, key this user has that permission for that, basically this means using that role, means in role he has that permission or not. And the second thing we are also checking that user, for whatever the business he is working in, that business has subscribed to that plan which has that feature or not, which has that permission or not. So both things are getting checked. So then basically here we might do something like abort and basically 403, and we should pass that particular message, this feature not available, something like that. But this might be a wrong way, so we'll have to do in proper right way key how to do that, means where should we add these conditions, or we should check, means that conditions should be properly, so then only it will work. So right now I will just add these things, so we'll add proper condition, this is allowed or not, or means a means particular user cannot, if cannot or something, the other blade directory will be there. And in the controller also we can use some function or gate authorize and all these things to authorize that permission is there or not. So right now we'll just add this one, so we have added, so this is working fine. So that can be checked, if that particular function is available via role and via that business, then only user will be able to see. So while adding these things, while creating the functions and features, we'll see that functions, how we will use this one. So we can show proper error messages and proper redirection, all these things will be done.